so it was kind of a joke. I was like, do you want to go to a small smoky bar and hear me do comedy? And he said, well, what kind of place is it? And I thought about it and I was like, it's like a biker bar, but nobody can afford motorcycles. He was like, well, how did they get there? And I was like, it would appear that they straggle. They straggle in. So the thing about having a huge dick is, everybody thinks it's rainbows and sunshine. And a lot of times it is. But whenever you're ready to go, and you got that huge dick, and your girl turns you down, you're like, look down and you're like, look at all this dick just going to waste. Honey, do you know how many starving whores there are in Africa? That would just eat this fucking dick in a heartbeat? Did you know for less than the price of a cup of coffee, you could just suck this dick? Right here, you're right there. Am I the only person that enough people have said to you before, what's wrong with you? That you think they might be onto something? I know when people first asked me, I got no, nothing's wrong with me. And then eventually I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. And then now I just say, well, I don't know exactly the nature of my condition, but I do know that a little pussy helps. It goes a long way. My dick is long, that's what I'm trying to say. Isn't it funny that whenever men get angry, for some reason they want people, places, and things to suck their dick? You know, they'll get mad and they'll be like, she can suck my dick. That fucking building can suck my dick, and your goddamn opinion can suck my dick. Sometimes my wife turns me down for sex, but like she knows how to rub my ego and manipulate me, and so she'll be like, oh, my pussy's just way too sore from that last time. and so I fall for it. I fall for it, and I'm like, you know what, you're right. I'm surprised your pussy ain't on crutches with two fucking black eyes, missing a tooth, got a bandage around its head, stars spinning around, like it just got defeated in a Super Nintendo fighting game. But I said to my wife, you know, we're married, I'm committed, I'm monogamous, like I'm in this to win it. When you gonna get daddy to the city, baby? Why do we have to come to you every time I want to withdraw some pussy? You know? Or if I want some good ass to mouth, I have to go to the A2M. But I have some good news and some bad news for all the fellas here. I finally got my wife to tell me the secret to making a woman not in the mood, to super horny. So the good news is she told me. And the bad news is I fell asleep 4 hours into her explaining it. So when I was little, I heard my parents fucking in their bedrooms. And I was little, I didn't know what sex was. And so the next day I asked my mom, what were those sounds coming out of the bedroom? And she said, honey, we got old pipes. They're just making noises. And I said, Mom, you mean to tell me our pipes are screaming, fuck it like you own it? I mean, I'm just a kid. But it sounds like we got some goddamn dirty ass pipes. We need a plumber. See if you can do something about that poor mom was here. And along the same lines, I remember the first time that I realized that my mom sucked dick. And I realized that because I saw her doing it. And it wasn't any weird shit. You know, it was my dad. It wasn't like a fucking drifter in an alley. And he did what I would call the 80s dad blowjob pose, which was just his arms crossed behind his head. Laying on the bed with a mustache, of course. And I was at the age where I was just repeating phrases that I heard adults say. And so I said, Mom, you're going to ruin your dinner. Normally my mom's here so I get to point at her, but she died. No, she's alive. I shouldn't even say that.
I'm sending this to her.
Oh no. Shit. Can you cut it?
No.
You can't cut it. So the other day I was making love to my sweet wife. No, sweet love to my wife. I shouldn't have fucking smoked weed. I was making sweet love to my wife. I was making wife to my sweet love.
Making bread.
No, I was doing something. I wasn't doing it as well. It was about the same as this. Anyway, I'm trying to land the entry, and I'm just bouncing around until I hit the hole, and she's like, that's my thigh, that's my stomach, you're facing the wrong way, turn around. Which to her, that's gotta be like the most fucking hilarious image, all being, you know, disappointed in her man, but I'm facing the wrong way while she's spread. With all the confidence in the world, I'm like, yeah, bullseye.
Hell yeah.
And like, women can be really condescending about that shit, to where she's like, wrong hole? Let me draw you a fucking map? And I'm like, yes, I gotta see this fucking map. And so I happen to have some crayons and some paper, and I want you to draw the map with a legend, with a scale, with a pink solid line for the pussy hole, dotted brown line for the asshole, and then after she draws it, you can look at it and say, okay, let's consider this pussy hole the bullseye. That asshole's still worth 25 points on this dartboard. Not very far away. But at a certain point, she had to stop me when I'm bouncing down, and she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I guess I'm just dicking around until I hit it. I mean, like, that's where surely the fucking phrase came from. You know, but it's not one-sided. You know, I like to please my wife, my woman, and so like whenever I'm eating pussy, I take it serious. Like I'll get like a tongue cramp, I'll get like that pussy eating neck ligament sticking out, you know? And like the most insulting thing about it is you're doing that, you're going at it, you're giving it your all, and then you just see this disembodied vibrator come out of your peripheral vision. Like it smacks your fucking face out of the way. Like leave it to the big dogs, buddy. She called in the wolf. Get the job done. So it's weird getting old. You know, we both turned 40 this year. Applause break. And the thing about when you're 40, if you were to describe to somebody how to make a 40-year-old woman come, it would be like telling a redneck telling somebody how to start an old car. But well, what you gonna want to do is, first off, the door sticks. So you're gonna want to lift up on the handle, chin in the clip, and then once you're inside, you're gonna turn her on, turn her back off, turn her on, give her some juice. She should fire right up. Take you all the way to Pound Town. Which is really convenient because that's where you wanted to go. All the way there. And I've got a jacket on for the final job. I gotta take it off. Please keep your panties on.
I'm not wearing panties, thank you.
I forgot the segue. Don't worry, Wally, I'll rehearse more before sending it.
Let's make sure you bring your mom, bro.
Oh, yeah. I find it weird that women can come with their eyes closed. Like, most of the time they will come with their eyes closed. And it just doesn't make sense to a man. Because if you're a man and anything gets in the way, you're like, I've got to see everything. Like, I don't want anything blocking it. And even if your shirt tail falls down, you're like, oh, hell no. I'm fixing that. Take her back to Pound Town, where she belongs, her hometown. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, that's probably why she closes her eyes to come. Who the fuck wants to see that to have an orgasm? Because not only do you look like severely unattractive when you're doing that, but also it like pinches your throat. And so you're like, you like that?